Good morning, you listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning my guest is Ralph Grogan, the CEO with Parterre Flooring Systems. Ralph, how you doing?
Hi, Kemp. Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, good to talk to you. It's been several months since we've talked. The time you introduced my listeners to your product designer, Rock Fitzgerald, and I want to talk to you this time because you're relaunching the brand, you're building out the sales force, you've added a couple of key people I want to recognize that the industry knows pretty well. First, a real quick background. Parterre LVT company, been around since '91, based up in Wilmington, Massachusetts, and for a long time it's kind of been known as a regional company, and you're building it out and making it a national brand, right?
That's correct, Kemp.
First off, how's business doing? How's your LVT sales this year?
Kemp, happy to report we're having another very good year. Continued strength in the markets that Parterre has always done very well in. At the same time, starting to see some traction in the markets where we've invested in people. California, the West Coast, Texas. Again, strong year in some of the existing markets. Very encouraged with some of the new areas where we're finding business as well.
Yeah, it's got to be kind of frustrating. You've been in the business for 26 years, and now everybody, like these carpet companies, everybody's in the business now, and yet you continue to focus and play an area where price is not the first decision, where what you look like, the aesthetics, the durability, the ability for, say, an A&D designer to be able to satisfy a client for maybe a 25-year floor, that's where you decide to play, right?
Absolutely right, Kemp. I mean, Parterre's philosophy from day one is to sell a value product and not help with the race to the bottom. So we really emphasize some of the hot press technologies that we use from some of our manufacturing partners and excellent other qualities that go into our products. So you're absolutely right. That's what we try to emphasize to our customers.
All right, one more little quick background thing. I was just looking on your website this morning. You have a little booklet called 13 Things to Ask Yourself Before You Pick a Vinyl Flooring. I thought that was pretty interesting. Some people might want to look at that. So let's talk first about your people. I know you've added, a lot of people know who John Bonney is. John worked alongside Thomas Trissell at Centeva for a long time and then went over to Carndine and spent several years there, and now he's come on board with you, right?
Yes, Kemp. As you know, one of the things that we've been working with is to solidify our sales representation in the marketplace. We're very excited to have been adding 2 sales VPs to the organization. John Bonney, as you mentioned, who comes to Parterre with just a wealth of industry experience and LVT knowledge that he's already contributing to the company. And John also, besides his product knowledge and intel on LVT, just some great relationships with flooring contractors in the marketplace, as well as key A&D firms in the marketplace. So, we're very, very excited to have had John join the organization right around the 1st of June.
Yeah, and most people know John. He's about 6'6", and he sports some elaborate clothing. His socks always match his eyeglass frames, don't they?
Yeah, I've had to go out, Kemp, and do some sock shopping myself since John joined the organization.
And you've also added Marcia Newton, who comes to you from Milliken, I believe.
Yeah, we're thrilled. Marcia joined us a little earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. She's made a tremendous impact on the West Coast, attracting sales talent out there for us in several markets on the West Coast. Marcia has been in sales management her entire career with Milliken, and then before that, Shaw. She's a West Coast person and knows the dealer relationships out on the West Coast as well as the A&D firms there. So Marcia and John have been outstanding additions to the organization.
Yes, I think it's important for me to stress that you do focus in that specified commercial business, so you're not sold through distribution, and so the contractor/dealer is very important to you, and also you've got to carry the spec down to A&D and end users, so that's where they focus, right?
Absolutely, and the sales personnel that we've hired, the agents that we have, that's where they're focusing on, calling on A&D, getting our product specified, and then working with our flooring contractors to have the product installed in a seamless installation.
Mm-hmm. Now, I saw you at NeoCon, but you didn't exhibit at NeoCon this year, and you're hoping to do that next year, right?
Yeah, we're evaluating our options right now, Kemp. I'm sure we will be participating in NeoCon in some form or function next year. And, the reason being, that is the premier show for A&D and to show new product in the marketplace. So for us, as we go to market with a lot of new product introductions, we think it's very important to participate in that show. So you will see us in 2019 in Chicago showing product.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've looked at your product line and seen that there's been some gaps, and now you have, I guess, a new rigid product to talk to the business about.
That is correct. We've had a busy spring introducing product. We introduced Studio Collection and the Story Collection, which are already out in the marketplace, and we're getting ready to introduce in the next week or so a collection called Avara, which will be Parterre's first introduction into 5mm loose lay format of a product. And we're also introducing, as part of that collection, rigid core composition product. We're very, very excited about the Avara product being on the streets here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I looked at some of the images on your website, and obviously you're going to have the faux wood look, the faux stone look. That's natural for an LVT supplier. But you've also got a lot of exciting-looking distressed products and even some linen or fabric looks, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've really tried to come out with contemporary designs and what our customers expect from us in the marketplace. Wood has been very, very good to Parterre. We have a lot of wood-like designs, actually probably 100 in our arsenal of products, but we've also, as you said, added a lot of stone looks, concrete looks, and other contemporary looks to round out that line. We're also excited about this Avara collection. It's going to include a 5mm loose lay and a rigid core, but we're also going to have in this collection a 2mm product for multifamily and light commercial use. Part of that collection, the 2mm, we have it Class A fire rated for wall usage. So we already have a couple of national accounts that have standardized on that product. So this is going to be a very versatile collection that comes out in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, Ralph, it's good to catch up with you and hear what you're doing. I know you're putting a lot of emphasis on building out your brand. So, again, been talking to Ralph Grogan, the CEO with Parterre Flooring Systems, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.